Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. It is Season 7. It is our final season in League 2 regardless of what happens. It is go for broke this season. If we get promoted, we will carry on this save. If we do not get promoted this season, I'm going to say it now, that is going to be the end of the Dunkerque save. I really hope we get promoted because I'm enjoying it. I'm just getting a bit frustrated by the fact that we're not actually getting promoted ever. Anyway, we're sat here on the training screen because it gives the least amount away. I have done some transfers. There's been one player to join the club, and there's been about 8 or 9 to leave. No one big, however. As we always do at the start of a new season, we're going to go through the released players first, and it is one man, Sambu Sissoko, now 25 years old. He's already left the club and signed for a new team in Brest, also in League 2, so he's doing alright for himself, getting paid £2,500 a week, there or thereabouts. He basically became a little bit of a victim of circumstance. There were just too many good central midfielders, and Sambu Sissoko basically didn't really play much last season. He'd played once last season, that's how little he actually played. 10 more players have left the club, all on loan deals. Nobody has left the club permanently. So we are in a very strong position in terms of quality that we still have left at the club. Ludovic Frage is the first one to leave. He's gone on loan to Bologna. He's going to be playing a full season there, apparently. He's played twice already. He's not that good. I say he's not that good. He's good, but he's not really very good at all as a striker. He can't finish. His first touch is pretty poor. He's just really good physically. He's got some good mental stats as well, actually. Maybe a season on loan at Bologna will actually help him out a lot. The Peruvian Diego Alvarez has also gone out on loan for another season. This time he's going to be playing for Gazélec Ajaccio in League 2. He's already played 6 games and one off the bench with 2 assists and a man of the match. He's going to be there all season. They're paying all of his wages. That's kind of the ideal scenario, isn't it? Next up is Yannick Velarde. He's gone on loan to Cholet, also in League 2. They've only just been promoted. He's going to be playing week in, week out in League 2. He needs first team football, and I'm hoping because he's gone to one of the lower sides in the competition, he's actually going to get some football now. Ollie Duncliffe, the Irishman, has gone out on loan to Béziers. He's dropped down a division to try and get some first team football, but they are paying all of his wages. £3,200 a week Béziers are playing. That is superb for us because it means it takes a huge chunk off of our wage budget. He's going to be playing week in, week out as well. He's only played once so far, not scored a goal, which is disappointing. Joining Ludovic Frage at Bologna is Ibrahima Diarra. He is now 23 years old. He is probably stealing a bit of a wage from us, isn't he? I don't think he's very good. I don't think he's going to get too much better. He's gone out on loan. They're paying all of his wages as well, I believe. No, we are paying... Hold on, how does this work out? I think we're... Oh, God, don't be pressing that one. They're paying £850 a week of his wages. Okay, that's not too bad. They're paying some of his wages, basically. Another player who's been stealing a living is DJ, and he has gone out on loan to FC San Pedro, who I believe are in his native Ivory Coast. He needs first team football. I think he's got some potential. I really do, and I don't know why, because he's never, ever playing well enough to really warrant playing enough football. He's got 12 games for us, and I don't know how he's managed it, but he's going to be getting some games. Admittedly, it is in the Ivory Coast. Hopefully he comes back as a much better footballer. Another central defender to go out on loan who I think has a lot of potential is Vanderlei, now 19 years old. The Brazilian gone on loan to Bosch Peronis. He's dropped down a league to try and get some first-team football. He was on loan at Gazélec Ajaccio last season. He played 14 games. Didn't really set the world on fire, but he did get 14 games, which is 14 more than he would have got at us. The Northern Irish central defender Paul Montgomery has returned to France after his loan spell at Crusaders last season, where he scored 3 goals in 36 games. He has gone on loan to Quevely Rouen for the season. Hopefully, by being in France now, he's going to start playing a little bit better because he's hopefully can speak French. I don't know whether he can, but he's going to ideally get a lot of football playing at lower level. He's already got an assist in one start, but from centre-back, that's pretty good, I think. The biggest loan deal of the window is Dan Stage. The 23-year-old Danish striker has gone on loan to Red Star in League 2. He couldn't really break into the first team, but I think, stats-wise, he's got some wonderful stats. Dribbling, first touch, finishing, you can see they're all really high. Physically, he's great as well. Mentally, he's great. I don't know what it is. He just didn't play very well for us. So sending him on loan for a season at Red Star, they're paying all of his wages as well. Hopefully that is going to be quite useful for young Dan Stage. When he comes back, he might be a lot better at football. And finally, 19-year-old Brazilian left winger File has signed on loan for Chambly for the entire season. We are going to be paying his wages, but I need to get this man some football because, once again, I think he has some potential here. He just needs to get some games. Already 4 games in the Championnat de France Nationale for Chambly. I look forward to File coming back and actually being our left winger. Just the 2 loan signings for us in the summer transfer window, and it is a big risk. But first up, Minty has extended his loan deal, played 38 games so far, 4 goals for us, already played 6 this season, a goal as well, 3 assists, 2 man of the matches. I think he's justifying my decision to extend his loan deal. We're also not paying any of his wages. And welcome back to the club, Konstantin Mushiashvili, the Georgian who we sold to Stoke. It was out of our hands. The board actually sold him to Stoke. He's played 1 game since we've sold him for St. Pauli last season. Didn't do very well. He has returned. He's already got a goal in 4 games for us. Although he is a striker, he's actually quite good as an inside forward on the left-hand side. So Konstantin is probably going to be playing as that inside forward for most of this season. So it was a fairly boring, I'd say, transfer window for us. Not a lot really happening. No transfers in or out on permanent deals, but that is tactical because I think we've got a very good squad now. We do still have some of the players who were kicking up a little bit of a stink last season. They are still here. Nobody bid for anybody. That was the worrying thing. No one really came in for any players. Levan Gvimradze is unhappy and does want to leave. Still, he is wanted by Millwall, but the transfer window is closed. So he's not going anywhere for, 4 months, 5 months, something like that, until the January transfer window at least. I'm hoping in that time we can convince him to stay. Also, Asan Kamara, he's still annoyed with us as well. He is wanted. He is obviously still here. Who wants him? Can and Sochaux. I don't think we need to get rid of Asan Kamara. Much like Gvimradze, I'm hoping we can convince them that actually playing for Dunkerque is the right place to be because by the end of the season, we're going to be in Ligue 1. Hopefully. So we're 7 games in, and the league looks like this. We are currently 2nd place in the table, but there are a lot of teams sniffing around the automatic promotion spots at the moment. And as you can see, it's early on in the season, so basically anything can happen. The biggest gap between teams is all the way down in 16th. 15th to 16th, there's 3 points. 9 points to 14 points from 15th to 1st. So, how do we get here, you ask? By being pretty good, apart from 1 match. We started off against Paris FC, Konstantin Mushiashvili scoring at both ends of the pitch, scoring a goal for Paris FC on 66, and then equalising right at the end of the game. And I was worried that that's how our season was going to go, but then up against Reims, a 2-0 victory here. Kojic and Gvimradze. Let's not talk too much about the Brest game. We just were awful in this. We played a full-strength side, and we were just awful. I say full-strength. Bafana Dimitri did play, but we were just awful. Into the cup, we end up beating Valenciennes on penalties. Zvomir Zubak, who spent last season on loan at Laval, scoring his first goal for the club. And then scoring his second goal for the club against Nancy to give us a 1-0 victory here. Against Bastia, newly promoted Bastia, 3-1 it was in the end. Bogle, Waha, Gvimradze with the goals. Loic Piquion scoring the goal for Bastia. Orleans, you can see 3-0, very good, very comfortable victory here. Varel, Boris and Minty with the goals. Minty then scores another goal against Metz in the Coupe de la Ligue second round along with Gideon Waha. And then against Gazalek Ajaccio, we just about managed to rescue a point thanks to an 89th minute equaliser from Alan Varel. Today, we are going to have Metz and we're probably going to have Laval. We're probably going to do a 2-matcher for the first game and first episode of the season. So, in order to do that, we're going to have to quickly get there now, aren't we? It is 2nd place versus 4th place then. Game number 8 of the League 2 season. We are away from home Metz. 1-5, drawn 3, 1-3. So, we need to really beat them. Although it is definitely going to be in their favour. They are, like I said, 4th place. There's only 1 point between us and them. They've actually scored more goals by the looks of it as well. This is going to be a tough match. And for the first time in a very, very long time, we have probably got our strongest possible lineup. Daniel Gerrits in goal, Birch, Boris, Ella and Kanunen as the back four. Asan Kamara, despite the fact he's unhappy, will be the half-back with Waha and Minty in front. Lubisa Kojic on the right-hand side, Konstantin Mushashvili on the left, and his Georgian international teammate Levan Gvimradze as that complete forward. We are looking strong. We do have still a few bits of injury problems. Radovanovic has just returned from his injury that he picked up halfway through last season. He's playing for the reserves to get his match fitness up. Same with players like Guy Depode, Bafana Dimitri, Yassin Fekir. A lot of players are going to be playing for the reserves until they're match fit. I think we've played Metz fairly recently, haven't we, on camera, because Eli Ewan is definitely somebody who I remember us playing against, and obviously he was previously our top scorer, possibly, a few seasons ago. Hopefully we can keep him quiet this time round. I know it's early on in the season, but having us near the top of the table is very good looking. It's a save from the goalkeeper, and the rebound falls to Rodriguez, but he was offside. We've started off brightly. It doesn't look like any of the teams around us are actually winning either. Auxerre have finally scored. There you go. Waha crosses in. Rodriguez at the back post. And Rodriguez and Gideon Waha, the two American-ish imports, they both came from America. They're actually both African. Make it 1-0 against Metz. We are looking very good. Good header as well from the Cameroonian. Didn't get an international cap, unfortunately, though. We've moved to the top of the table with that goal. Great. Big Gids once again with a free kick. He's hit it just over the bar. Everything is coming from Gideon Waha's right foot at the moment. 5 minutes to play of the first half. I'd like to make it 2 before the half-time whistle goes, but it doesn't look like it is going to happen. We go in at half-time, 1-0 up and top of the table. I'm not going to do any changes at half-time, but Ljubica Kojic on a 6.5 is looking a bit concerning. We do have Simon Bogle, I think, is on the bench. I'm just having a quick look to see if I can see a ginger man. I think he's on the bench. Yeah, he is. Free kick for Waha once again. Kojic is there, and Kojic's effort is just over the bar. It is now 2-0 to Auxerre, but we are currently top of the table. Everyone else in our league seems to be drawing, and I don't know why. Right, Kojic has gone up to a 6.7. Gvimradze is going to be coming off for Zvonimir Zubak. This, by the way, this is Mr. Zubak. He's not great, but he did score 10 goals in 33 appearances for Laval last season, so I think he probably deserves to get the odd chance every now and then. Do we do anything else? Maybe Viral for Mushashvili? We'll keep him going for a little bit longer. I do think we need to get a second goal. I'm not particularly comfortable just winning 1-0. Red Star have taken the lead against Paris FC, so they have moved up in the table. Guillaume 2-0 up against Troyes. 20 minutes left to play. Final 10 minutes. Mushashvili's gone up to a 6.8. No one's really doing anything wrong. We're going to do Kojic off just because he's getting tired. We're also going to do Kanunen off because he's getting tired. That is our final set of subs. I probably should have gone 5 at the back. We are into the final few minutes. Gideon Waha once again with a right-footed free kick. Minty's going to get the ball from the clearance. Where is he going to go? He's going to get tackled, and now the break for Metz is on. That is very bad news because there are a lot of maroon-coloured shirts. Quazade's gone for goal for distance, and good job. That was an awful effort. 3.5 minutes left. Quazada once again, or Quazada. Konjovic, who's got a yellow card across to Dennis. Bogle's with him. Rodriguez clears it. Now Birch to Bogle. Long ball upfield towards the Croatian. Does a spin. He's got no real support. He needs to hold up the play. Gets tackled by Biggers. Biggers now can clear it upfield towards Meyer. Quazada plays it across. He was offside. Collignon heads forward. That was a very risky tackle by Mushashvili. Burkat's into the area. Daniel Gerrits makes a great save. It's a late corner for Metz. Can we withstand the pressure? I'm going to go to cautious. Gideon Waha can hopefully clear the ball. He's running forward. The highlight doesn't seem to have ended. Now it ends. Orleans have just equalised against Angers. They were 3-0 down. We are into injury time. We are well over the 93. The full-time whistle goes, and it is a victory against Metz. It's not the best victory, but I do not care. I am taking that. That is 3 more valuable points, thanks to Rodriguez, Ella, and Gideon Waha. Dunkerque go top of League 2. It could happen. I'm very, very optimistic that this could be the season that it happens. 5 games undefeated, top of the table by 1 point. So Auxerre moved up. Brest must have lost. They lost to Chalette. Weirdly, Laval have only lost 1 game, and they're all the way down in 8th. Gazaleka have only lost 1 game, and they're down in 11th. We are the only 2 teams, along with Laval, only 3 teams. Laval, Gazaleka and Dunkirk have only lost 1 game apiece. Up next, it is Laval, so maybe one of these 2 teams is going to go to 2 defeats. Our first visit on camera to Stade Marcel Tribut for the 2024-2025 season. Laval, who are down in 8th place. Who else is playing that is of interest? I mean, we're starting to maybe make a little bit of a gap at the top of the table. It's probably, and by probably, it's definitely too early to tell, but I'd say maybe 9th place now we need to start worrying about. Possible. Let's be honest. I mean, anyone who's 10 points within us is close, so Stade Reims can still catch us quite easily, can't they? Only one change to the starting 11 then, so Gerrits, Birch, Boris, Ella, Kanunen, Kamara, Waha and Minty in the middle, Kojic and Mushiashvili on the wings, with Zvonimir Zubak is going to be making a start today. On the bench, Mr. Milan Radovanovic has returned. He hasn't played for the first team for a very, very long time because of an injury. He's still lacking match fitness. He's played a couple of times, I think, if we go form and have a look at the reserves. He's played once for the reserves as a striker. Why did you play him as a striker? He can't even play as a striker. They just played him. Okay, fine. They played him as a striker for the reserves. Fair enough. But Milan Radovanovic might be getting on the pitch today. It is a mild 15 degrees at Stade Marcel Tribut in the north of France. It's another team playing a 4-4-2. Is Big Gids' right foot, is that what's going to be the difference once again, like it was in the last match against Metz? 2 minutes in, Ryan Birch has picked up a yellow card. Good job, Ryan. First highlight, and it is 7.5 minutes in, and the orange of Laval with the ball. Andres, forward to Tain. Runs across, plays it across to, not even going to try that name, Pierre Charles, plays the ball forward, and Nkongu, Kawaya, maybe, I'm just guessing at some of these names now. Nkongu goes for goal from distance, and Gerrits makes a good save. First blood goes to Laval. Throw on the left-hand side for Kanunen. Kamara heads forward, but it was not a good header. I think he was probably under a little bit of pressure. Andres to Tain. Once again, Laval with the ball on that right-hand side. Andres. Collett. Someone put some pressure on him, please. Number 12. Is that Gideon Waha? Put some pressure on him. Collett again. Mushiashvili steals the ball away. Plays it inside to Zubak, the Croatian. Goes for goal, but it is cleared fairly easily. Kamara gets the ball back. Samuli Kanunen. Gideon Waha. Number 6. Forward to the Finnish international. Crosses in. Zubak doesn't get it. Minty controls now. Across to Kojic, and Lujbisa Kojic gets his second goal of the season. Makes it 1-0. 18 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Lujbisa Kojic with a great finish from just inside the area, maybe? It is just inside the area. We are starting to put a bit of ground between us and some of the chasing teams. Not all of the chasing teams, but some. Auxerre are definitely winning their game because they moved up to 19 points as well. At half-time then, it is 1-0 to Dunkerque thanks to Lujbisa Kojic. But just before half-time, 10 minutes before actually, Serginho scores for Troyes against Auxerre. So we are now 2 points or 3 points clear of second place Auxerre if things stay this way. That would be great if it does stay this way. No changes yet, but Zubak will be coming off because he's not playing particularly well. I want to give him a chance. That's kind of the only reason why he's staying on. Maybe Big Gids might come off as well for Radovanovic at some point. Auxerre have taken the lead again. Great. 65 minutes in, it is all changed. Gvimradze's going to be coming on for Zubak. We're going to do Waha off for Radovanovic. I want to do another sub, or do I? Do I do another sub? No, we will stick with just the two for now. And maybe about 80 minutes, we'll go 5 at the back. 76 minutes on the clock. Lujbisa Kojic runs forward with the ball across to Mushiashvili. Radovanovic. Gvimradze goes for goal from distance. It is just over the bar. I'm hoping that Gvimradze, because he basically wants to leave, I'm hoping he's going to start playing amazingly well. But I don't think it's going to happen. Radovanovic with the corner, easily claimed by the goalkeeper. Now Laval, are they going to counter-attack? Letellier with the ball in his hands, throws it all the way across to Soren on the left-hand side. He's got 2 players for company. They're going forward though. Garnier now, back to Nkongu. All the way across to Tain, loads of space into the area, crosses in at the back post, and Daniel Gerrits has gone in, and it's a penalty. What? What's happened there? I don't understand. It's a penalty in the 85th minute. This man with a silly name goes for goal, puts it in the bottom corner, and we have thrown away a lead because of something. I don't even know what it was. I have no idea what's happened there. We've dropped down to second place because they got given a penalty for free. Birch with the throw. Kojic heads in more, but it's going to get cleared by Laval. Rodriguela misses out, and please do not be doing this. They've gone for goal from distance, and Daniel Gerrits makes the save. It is going to end 1-1. And to be honest, I could have predicted this because Laval have drawn 5 games now out of 9. So, yeah, maybe we should have put some money on a draw on this one. It is a disappointing result. I don't know who is going to be taking the blame for that penalty, but that is very annoying. Well, we've dropped down to second place, but now the top 5, there is a clear light of day in between 5th and 6th. Brest and Gazalek Ajaccio, 14 points to 17 points. I'm hoping we can keep our form going. We haven't lost since the Brest game, so we are undefeated since the 10th of August. We're now on the 14th of September. Next up, who are we going to have? We got Red Star. No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. We have Red Star. We've got Troyes, who are 20th. Auxerre. Okay, next episode then, it is not going to be very far at all because I believe Auxerre and Lorient are going to be 2 teams that are still going to be sniffing around the top of the table. That is definitely going to be 2 teams that we are going to be challenging for automatic promotion, if not playoffs. I'm hoping automatic promotion. I'm hoping for the title. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I'll be back next time for Auxerre and Lorient, where hopefully we can pick up 6 points and go top of the table, comfortably clear at the top of the table.